Ever wondered what's really buzzing inside a beehive? It's not just honey making, it's a bustling city with tens of thousands of residents, each with a specific job, a role to play, and a life dedicated to the colony. Let's dive into the fascinating world of the honeybee. It all begins with the queen. She's not just royalty, she's the heart and soul of the hive. Her one and only job is to lay eggs. And she's incredibly good at it, laying up to 2,000 eggs a day. She carefully places each tiny egg into a hexagonal wax cell. From these eggs, the entire population of the hive is born. The queen can live for several years, ensuring the colony's survival and growth. After just 3 days, a tiny larva hatches from the egg. This is the baby stage. These little white grubs are voracious eaters, and their diet is everything. For the first few days, all larvae are fed a protein-rich substance called royal jelly, produced by young worker bees. It's like a superfood for baby bees. But here's where their destinies diverge. If a larva is destined to become a worker or a drone, its diet switches to a mixture of pollen and honey, often called bee bread. But if the hive needs a new queen, a few chosen larvae will continue to be fed exclusively royal jelly. This special diet is what transforms an ordinary larva into a queen, making her larger, longer-lived, and capable of reproduction. It's a perfect example of how nurture can shape nature. Once the larva is fully grown, it spins a cocoon around itself, and the worker bees cap its cell with wax. Inside, an amazing transformation happens. This is the pupa stage, where the larva metamorphoses into an adult bee. After about 12 days, it chews its way out of the cell, ready to start its life's work. Now let's talk about a day in the life of the busiest bee of all, the female worker bee. Workers make up the vast majority of the hive's population, and they do literally everything except lay eggs. Their career path is fascinating and changes as they age. A brand new worker bee starts her life with indoor chores. Her first job is cleaning the hive, preparing cells for new eggs or for storing honey. As she gets a little older, she graduates to being a nurse bee, feeding the larvae and caring for the queen. Then she might take on construction duties, building and repairing the hive's honeycomb using wax secreted from her own body. Other indoor jobs include guarding the hive entrance, fanning their wings to regulate the hive's temperature, and receiving nectar from foraging bees. After about 3 weeks of working inside, the worker bee is finally ready for the most dangerous job of all, foraging. She'll spend the rest of her short life flying out of the hive, sometimes miles away, to collect nectar, pollen, and water. Nectar is the sweet liquid from flowers that they'll turn into honey. Pollen is their protein source, and water is used to cool the hive and dilute honey. A foraging bee might visit hundreds of flowers in a single trip. When she finds a great source of food, she returns to the hive and performs a special waggle dance. This dance is an incredible form of communication. The direction and duration of her waggles tell her sisters the exact direction and distance to the food source. It's a sophisticated GPS system, all done through dance. But what about the male bees, the drones? Their life is quite different. They don't have stingers, they can't collect pollen or nectar, and they don't do any work in the hive. Their sole purpose is to mate with a new queen. On warm, sunny afternoons, they fly out to drone congregation areas, where they wait for a virgin queen to fly by. After mating, the drone's life is over. It's a tough gig, but essential for the genetic diversity of the colony. The life cycle of the hive is beautifully synchronized with the seasons. In the spring and summer, the hive is a frenzy of activity, with the population booming and honey stores growing. But a worker bee's life is short, lasting only about 6 weeks during this busy season. They literally work themselves to death. As autumn approaches, the queen's egg-laying slows down, and the drones are often kicked out of the hive to conserve resources for the winter. The workers born in the fall have a different physiology. They live much longer for several months, and their job is to huddle around the queen, forming a winter cluster. They shiver their flight muscles to generate heat, keeping the queen and the center of the cluster warm, surviving on their stored honey until spring arrives and the cycle begins once more. So, the next time you see a honeybee buzzing from flower to flower, remember the incredible complex society she belongs to. From the queen mother to the short-lived drone and the endlessly laboring worker. Every bee has a vital role in the survival of a superorganism that does so much for our planet. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the hive as amazing as I did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into the natural world. See you next time.